Hi. So there is something that I've been thinking about lately, and it's about getting old. I kind of came to a number that I thought it might make sense for someone that also dances and that enjoys movement, and I came to the conclusion that I should have some good habits before I turn 30. And this made me reflect on the habits that I have now and the habits that I still have yet to build. This feels like a pivotal moment for my future, to be honest. And I guess I want to start this off by acknowledging the habits that I have worked on and that I've been somewhat consistent or successful at building those. And the first one is creativity. So on this channel, I've actually posted 14 videos this year, which it might not sound like a lot, but it was very huge for me. I realized this last week as I was making my 13th video, and something that I reflected on is that for many years I could not get to 12. I had the goal of making 12 videos per year, and I could not get it any year. At some years I did like maybe 4 videos, maybe 6, some maybe 8, but I could never get to 12. And it was kind of upsetting a little bit because in theory it's like a simple goal. You post 1 video a month, or maybe batch post 12 videos in 1 month or something. And I just could never really fulfill this goal until this year, as I was posting every single week, and I didn't even notice that I was creating this many videos till I started like counting them and realizing that, oh, I've actually went over my goal. And it's funny because I'm thinking of posting till the end of the year weekly to see if I still like it, if I want to continue, and if I keep doing that, I might actually be close to like 30 videos this year, which is like absolutely mind-blowing because the me that couldn't get to 6 videos barely, now I'm creating way more than any other year, which is really special in a sense. Then I've also been able to work on my poetry. I've created like a poetry collection, which is something that I had as a goal this year to do. Then I've been also doing a bit of photography, although I haven't maybe paid as much attention to it as I would like to, but I've still done some of it. And then I've also done some graphic design. However, this was mostly for clients. I didn't really do anything for myself. Still good nonetheless that I get to be paid for creating a poster or some sort of packaging. Very cool. Then I want to also acknowledge the change in my mentality. So I've been focusing on, again, creativity and discipline in, creating content consistently, for example, on this channel every single week, or perhaps working on some freelance jobs, and as a result I'm editing videos almost every single day. And although it's a little bit tiring, mentally for me it feels very rewarding, and I would love to do it continuously, which is also partially the reason why I'm making this video, because I want to continue to create, and in whichever art form, in whichever art medium that I can, and just focusing on creating tiny projects. Then also due to me traveling a little bit more and going on Erasmus projects, I've been able to socialize more and take up more space, and I've actually noticed that I've become more expressive when I talk. This was something I noticed maybe 1 or 2 videos ago. I don't remember which one, but I was editing it and I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much more emotion going on in my face that I haven't had in a really long time. And this was like a very wow moment. And I was stunned. I was like, oh my gosh, who is this person? I do have a lot of things that I'm proud of, that I've achieved, that I've worked on over this year and maybe longer than a year. But there's also some things that haven't quite worked out. For example, my health, as I have literally been going to the gym for like a year, and I've spent 240 euros, and the result, nothing much has changed, to be honest, which is really sad and a little bit frustrating because I've spent money and also a little bit of time, and to see that nothing much has changed is really like unmotivating and also a little bit disappointing. But at the same time, I did get a foot injury. This was like in May, many months ago, and this kind of made me not dance or not go to the gym, and this just like set me back so much because I could barely walk for a moment. And even now, months later, now in September, I still am not fully back to my full capacity. I am still wary of going out to run or doing dance training more than twice a week, because even now, like, if I walk a little bit more, my foot starts to act up and it's not really good. So I don't know. I think I need to maybe focus more on like foot training or foot exercises or something, so then I can finally heal it, and maybe at the end of the year I might be able to get back into my full joyful self in terms of physical abilities. Then another part that has been not so good is my food choices. Yeah, I mean, I know that you cannot change such deep-rooted habits such as your dietary choices in like short periods of time, but I don't know. I'm completely lost. I have tried so many things to like change my food habits, and it's a really hard journey, to be honest, and that does set me back a lot because like 80% of weight loss is like from food choices, not so much from how you move or how often you work out or anything like that, and that hasn't been going so well. But at least I've kind of been able to like maintain my like physical abilities and also just maybe slight improvements, but it's really not that much, which is why I'm kind of like And lastly, I want to improve in my dance. Specifically, I want to stretch more and do some conditioning to improve my health. And I've been neglecting that. And a couple of weeks ago, I kind of did have this realization that because I've neglected all of this stretching and flexibility, that I kind of am starting to become stiff, which isn't really good if you want to do some good dancing. Like if you're doing, I don't know, house or something, like maybe it's fine, but if you're doing something more intense and if you want to fully express yourself through dance, then that will limit you. And yeah, I've been noticing that I'm not as good of a dancer lately, so I want to change that somehow. But I think if I want to maybe improve in like a long-lasting way, I might need to just focus on food first and then the rest, as that might be like a good foundation for all the other two things, like going to the gym or improving my dance. But yeah, I guess all of these feelings have been appearing kind of because I'm starting to feel older. I don't know why this year specifically, because I'm literally only 22 and I have 8 years until I turn 30. But I don't know, I've been noticing like these little, I don't know, signs in my body and in my like health, and thinking about the future, and just, I don't know, I think it makes sense that I should have a good foundation, a good health and good habits before I turn 30, because afterwards it will be so much harder and I kind of don't want to put in extra effort just to do the same thing. And if I don't, do anything in these next 8 years, then it's like, what the hell? What did you do with all this time? So I kind of want to really focus on that and hopefully come out of it better and improved. And yeah, have like an easier future, basically. And I kind of want to end this video with a quote that I saw today. And let me find it. So yeah, I want to read this quote from Pinterest that I found today. And I was like, oh wow, like that really speaks to me in the sense that I feel like it's exactly what I'm like feeling right now and that I want to continue to focus on and be in this kind of headspace. So, the title is It's Gonna Take Years by Jude Friedman. Or Friedman. You already know it's going to take years. You already know it's going to be hard, boring, uncomfortable, and slow. That's not the problem. The problem is that deep down, part of you is still hoping there's a shortcut. But there isn't. There's just the work, the repetition, the silence, the part where no one claps and nothing happens for a while. And the truth is, most people can't handle that part. So they quit, or they stall, or they start over again and again just to avoid sitting in it. The time's going to pass either way, so what were you planning to do instead? Scroll, tweak the plan for the 15th time. Keep talking about your potential without actually doing anything with it. This is the trade. You either suffer now through the process or you suffer later with regret. That's it. Those are your options. One hurts, the other one haunts. So no, it won't be fast, and no, it won't be easy. But it will be worth it if you're willing to pay for it in advance. And besides, did you have other plans? So yeah, I hope you can maybe take some, inspiration or some sort of takeaway from this video and maybe even reflect on your own journey. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye!